Well, now Rello's going to have a really tough task because we have the classic Yoshi vs. Swords. You don't need another commentator to tell you that Swords plus Yoshi equals bad for Yoshi.
Absolutely. If there's any time for the sword to come out, now would be the time. But I don't know. I still think you ride strong with the Yoshi. He got a victory over Diddy.
Yeah.
On his way to top 8. So proving that he can beat pretty well-renowned swords players here in the state of Texas. So maybe Corrin won't be that much different. I know Corrin was very bad for Yoshi in Smash 4. Might be marginally better in the last game.
I just think what's really hard is like the pin at ledge, right? And normally those air dodges or those jumps above, they can just pin that. But I mean, you gotta go with Yoshi. This character has carried you to a lot of good wins today. I don't blame him for saying it. But this is probably going to be the worst matchup he's faced so far in this top 8. And, he's going to be really, really tested here. And it's up to Rello to prevent a top 3 Texas sweep of the top 3 positions at this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the top 3 of Texas PR are going to prove once again exactly why they belong in that podium. So Rello now really the lone I wouldn't really call him a defender, but a lone, kind of the lone dinosaur here, out here trying to fight the good fight, trying to make his name up there alongside the rest of the top 10 of Texas.
Right, and there's always so much you can. Okay, you see anything offstage into the downers again. Oh my God, that's just so dangerous. Rello just capitalizes so hard in those situations usually.
Yeah, not quite getting. I mean, absolutely the right call to make there, but just not. It's a little off the mark there. That verticality on Corrin's recovery is just a little better, I think, than a lot of people can give it credit for.
Okay, uses the pin movement there. Man, SHADIC has been so good with that movement, just making it so ambiguous when you're going to swing. Oh, man, Rello loves gets the fair again, man. After that hockey set, he's just flowing with these edge guards.
Look, I will tell you, man. The one biggest curse of YellowRellow as a player has always been how hot and cold he is. Part of it maybe the player, part of it maybe the character or bracket, whatever. But seeing YellowRellow when he's at his best, when he's playing the way he really the best way he knows how, it's very dangerous. And even then, opening up to a big lead there, so you can see gets a weak pin and the weak dragon shot, but just not enough to make it back. Still, he's out here already with a lead, hoping to add a bit more on there. Backer's gonna do it, and still looking for more conversions here as well. And especially you would think that SHADIC would feel so comfortable against Yoshi too. There are Yoshis from RGB where he's from. He's got the experience there, even traveling the short distance over the short-ish distance. I think it's a couple hours over to Laredo. where those two seem commonly trade people are out in the coastal bend. There are Yoshis abound in South Texas. Rello kind of showing that he's a bit different than all the ones down there.
He's just as aggressive on stage, and just to quote, the Yoshi God Danby, who's talking right now. If this man tries to snipe an Arcadian, do not let him in. I agree with that. Man.
Let me tell you, man. Rello's gonna have a bit of a moral dilemma. This man, I believe, is the uncrowned greatest unranked player in Texas because he doesn't really live in a scene. He just kind of goes to these tournaments.
He's a living vagabond.
Yeah, absolutely. A wanderer. A traveler, a traveling merchant, whatever you want to call it. The way he's been playing, if he strings, even just 1 or 2 more of these performances together, he will unfortunately have to not enter Arcadians anymore because he will be ranked not in a region or a city, but in the state.
Okay, gets the nair there. The high up B for SHADIC. Usually very good at mixing those recoveries. Another fair. It was 3 for 3 on edge guards, man. Rello in bad matchups. In these last stocks, he has been clutch, man. Listen, I don't know if you guys have watched Streets 112, but you hear that? I am expletive clutch. That's what he's being right now.
Absolutely.
He's hitting the double. He's on the perfect line.
Yeah. I mean, he's riding 4 straight game wins in a row now. Maybe looking to make it 5 and 6. Cruising into a top 3 would be incredible, I think, for Rello here.
Me and Mark Rusu, chat. Me and Mark Rusu. And we're going to Battlefield. You're counter-picking Yoshi to Battlefield, man. I understand SHADIC I understand the platform extensions from SHADIC, but both of these characters are just going to have very much fun when they're above them, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it'll be interesting to see here if this counter pick's gonna end up turning on SHADIC here, but maybe he just thinks that his benefits outweigh YellowRellow's too, and again, these platforms can make it a bit more difficult for it to land, but the guard chomp not quite closing the stock out. Gets the chomp, but no stock. But still, Rello's sitting at 100 damage. He's got quite a bit to make up.
He does, but I mean, leads have meant nothing against this guy. Like, to be honest, like, he was down a whole stock against Hockey's ZSS, and still was fine. And you see it just going with these edge guards. And I like the counter hitting from SHADIC. Don't rely on edge guard. You need to counter hit Rello when he's after you. Do not let this man get into your space.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see he's tacked the damage back on 142 now on to Corrin here, but Rello again living in the pin as well. So I kind of figure out what to do here. Platform's going to assist there. The Corrin up throw is going to close it out, and a temporary lead for SHADIC here, but one big hit's going to even that straight up.
Okay. Oh my god, okay. Now, I like how SHADIC's adapting to these fairs now, right? Doing the upbeats early, counter hitting! And speaking of a counter hit, that was a very, very, very early stock.
Yeah, I think lost his jump in the pursuit out after Corrin there, and SHADIC just capitalizing on top of it perfectly. The rage and the strong back air is going to close it out, an incredibly early stock. Yeah,
and you got to turn Rello's aggression against him. I mean, you got to be able to take, when he's off stage, you often risk something yourself. SHADIC realizing that and doing a fantastic job. Okay, getting the pin there, really cementing this lead. Rello's been a comeback monster though, but okay. Still, this is, you know, there's no, I don't know. If he comes back from this, the lead is just impossible.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll have to see. He's at 90%, so you're asking for quite a bit, especially after he gets stunned. Corrin not quite there in time to secure the pin, but damage is damage, and is just that much closer to victory here.
Okay, double A. Gonna kiss the pin on that jump. That's what I was saying would be so deadly. Oh my god, and the guard chomp, and the drop off back there. Excellent pressure on the ledge.
Dang, an absolute monster of a 1-2-3 combo there to close this second game out, and a bit of a wash. Absolutely, you saw SHADIC really start to punish these what really weren't true, weren't extreme overextensions, I would say, on Rello's part, but overextending enough to the point that SHADIC was just able to brutally punish him for any sort of aggression in that game.
The aggression was working game one. He was definitely taking SHADIC off guard for the edge guards, but then SHADIC, we know the kid is strained his adaptation, and he was just like, okay, if you're gonna go aggressive with these edge guards, I'm gonna counter hit you, I'm gonna put you in awkward spots if you're not frame perfect, and that's what he did. Going to small battlefield, probably good. You know, Yoshi probably able to take advantage of the top platform more than Corrin can. So, you know, both are going to have pretty high potency offense anyways on the stages. Okay, Brawl going high. Definitely what you want to do against Corrin. If you mess around with the ledge against this character, you can keep that pin. It could be very bad for you. So I like the idea of going high a lot of the time.
Absolutely. 1-1 so far here, but Rello eating a bunch of damage again out of the gate at over 100 already and climbing.
Right, and so taking the back air there, taking the forward air as well, the egg layup, get from the corner. Not going to do the work he needs, but you know, that's what you need to do. Tank these hits as Yoshi. Just tank the hits with rage. You can definitely make something happen. He missed input. As you can see, Rello shaking his head. He did not want that egg on the platform. Worst possible time. And SHADIC, man, the momentum and the snowball is rolling right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The egg roll unfortunately timed, and now just a full stock an entire stock behind is YellowRellow here. SHADIC now looking to make this his game to lose. Just got to play by the book here, close these stocks out, and keep the train moving.
Yeah, I mean, what's the counter adaptation from Rello here, right? It's like he's been making all this living off these edge guards, and SHADIC is just counter hitting him. He's like, I'm going to up air you, I'm going to forward air you, I'm not going to let you get me. And, you know, without the gimps, Rello has proven, you know, he's not been as, you know, potent offensively, you know, without these off-stage conversions. And just goes through the pin right there with the, or goes through the egg with the pin right there.
Absolutely, and again, beautiful close out there by SHADIC, back air off stage, killing Rello, and now at only just 100% here on this first stock.
Oh, the cheese! The cheese! But still down at 50% even with the cheese.
Yeah, gonna have to do that at least one more time to even get back into this game, I would have to think.
Okay. Let's get the win condition though. Let's see if Rello can make something happen. But unfortunately caught in between a SHADIC and a hard place.
He went for down throw, up air, got 20%, tried to attack one more box on there and ate like 70 for it.
Yeah, that top level plays, if you're not frame perfect, the reversals are just so brutal. Okay, air dodges back, Rello his last breath and hits him with the reverse Corrin F smash. You know, it's kind of the day one, but whenever SHADIC uses it, it just seems to work. Like,
yeah, I mean that you know the chainsaw will trap you in, and the big spear will spell your doom. And now, what looked to be an explosive start from YellowRellow SHADIC has now switched and 180'd it back into now his turn is really a set point here, looking to end at 3-1 and secure a all Texas PR top three.
Yep, looking like it. I mean, SHADIC just flipped the switch. The adaptations have been made. The matchup isn't favorable. You know, Rello has to find a different win condition besides edge guarding, right? When we have seen him in this top 8, when he has won, it's mostly been due to these explosive edge guards. When he hasn't gotten them, it's resulted in losses. So can Rello find his kills on stage? Can he find a way to make these games less about like trying to do last desperation comebacks and more of just staying in control the whole sets?
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the first opening of the match so far. He's got 55 tack on top of him. SHADIC looking for an answer back almost immediately.
Yeah, he will, man. We know SHADIC always answers back, and the falling up air might lead you to massive damage if he can land it. Fishing for it right now, but Rello's going to get the up air of his own. Touches the landing here, okay. Early advantage save for Rello, and liking what he's seeing. Playing advantage a lot smoother than he has been the last 2 games. But the roll going to get SHADIC out of there. Nice pin, but, you know, Corrin, that is just such a safe pressure tool in the corner, just, you know, gripping back with that pin.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, big drop of the forward air there, and now kind of what we've seen SHADIC do these past 2 games. Rello was able to open up with in this 4th one, only just 35% damage on him, and could be looked at climbing very quickly here if he's able to get his hands on SHADIC once more.
Yeah, SHADIC getting something started though. Get that back of the pin. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, grab. You guys in, but not going to be true punish. Back air is just going to interrupt any of Yoshi's airs. Back air itself just outrages almost every one of Yoshi's options. It's just so hard for him to deal with that.
I mean, yeah, back air is essentially one giant, about the size of a Yoshi character model too, as it closes out the first stock here. And again, just enough damage to get the job done, but Rello immediately answering with almost a solid 50-60 damage onto Corrin.
Nice stage tech there. That would have been very unfortunate if he would have died early. Okay, Rello's down Bs have been very good all tournament long. Definitely able to get up attack and force a bad spot. It does. Can he get back here? The pin barely missing. Yeah, that was so scary.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, almost got him right between the eyes there. But now it's up to Yellow. It's up to Rello trying to make this back here. Sweeps around the big neutral B. And still, he's only just found himself on the other side of the stage. SHADIC pushes through, but the egg is causing some separation between the 2.
Yeah, Fox up smash going to do it there for Rello. Though SHADIC has mostly, you know, removed the deficit. Very good at killing as well, so I don't expect, you know, Rello to get too much of a lead. But he can still make a play here, going there early down, being nice landing option is a good mix-up grab. Okay, finally getting that bird he's been looking for. Oh, the change are continuing here. Rello doing a good job of sustaining this lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Extra credit is extra credit. I mean, we will take 56 any day of the week. Almost capped it off
there. Continues the pressure though. Still got an additional nair. Just did a good job. Last stuck monster. That is Rello.
And that's looking for SHADIC's turn to answer maybe.
Okay, the up air, just the double jump. We're gonna eat that alive. Oh, the trade. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'll close it out, and a vehement response from YellowRellow as we move into another game 5.
Another game 5, man. This has been a slugfest for top. I believe every set's been game 5 except Hockey, Rello. Okay, so no wait, game 5. What was Mude Lima the first time?
Mude Lima was game 5. I'm pretty sure.
That was game 5.
Mude Lima was game 5.
Oh wait, so Z3 Hockey was 3-0.
Z3 Hockey was 3-0.
SHADIC was game 5.
Yes.
And then a 3-0 again. And now we have a game 5 again. So it's been 3-0s in game 5s.
Yeah, no one wants to go to game 4s here.
4s are just not happening. But man, Rello, man, we're seeing like the hot and cold nature of him in this set. We're seeing like him sometimes, you know, like you said, he gets these edge guards, right? He's efficient, but we're also seeing the YellowRellow that like sometimes doesn't get his advanced hit started and loses. You know, we're seeing the full range of Rello in this one set. But he's gonna need to turn himself on. I don't know if he can manage to do it. It's now the time, and Kalos is the stage. I like it because I think it gives you a lot of tech opportunities against Nair and Fair, right? If you get caught by a Yoshi Bear, you can hopefully tech the stage if you DI in.
Absolutely. Your recovery options are a bit more diverse now too. Putting into the wall, you know, gets you a little bit more vertical, a little bit of a mix-up opportunity. Really to just kind of avoid any sort of drop zone nonsense or drag down dares that any YellowRellow would be trying to go through here. Forces him on the platform. They thought we were going to see some crazy shenanigans, but big get-up attack from SHADIC can kind of back Rello off for the time being. But again, it's only for the time being. Rello still attempting to keep it on the gas. SHADIC's able to fight him off. And another back air, big chase with the neutral beam. Hot pursuit from SHADIC and more damage added onto Rello here, but he finds safety on the Kalos platform.
That was very scary, that back air. Almost did. Oh, going for them!
Oh, big. I don't know if that was a misplaced read or an input, but huge overextension by SHADIC. Rello, you know, just as crisp and clean of a punish as you could make it, and you know, we'll have to see if that's the difference maker in this set.
That was like SHADIC's been so careful all game. That was definitely either a misinput or just a very, very, very ill-timed move. But, you know, SHADIC going to be at least evening this out, not paying too much for that mistake. But, man.
Yeah, I mean, that could have spelled disaster, but I mean, it still might anyway. He's still going to eat, go up to 74% real quick here. I mean, look, with both these characters, incredible damage output we've seen. No percent lead has been safe so far in either camp, but they'll starting to turn some of the heat off, try to go down, drop zone Nair to trade with the neutral B, or the up B, sorry, but SHADIC having none of it.
We were wondering which Rello would shell up this game and this game 5, and it seems like the one that frankly has been tearing up all Texas all night long. He's looking really well. He's getting the grabs, the edge guard now. Yeah. Rello going for all the songs, trying to get the down under egg roll.
Yeah, good. I mean, that was good spacing there too. Put himself right where he needed to be to not only dodge the pin, but to scoop him up with the grab. But damage percentage even, and again, the hard part about, I think, this Kalos platform for Rello is the fact that big Corrin backer covers literally 95% of the platform.
Right, and you know, he hasn't found as many backers as he's probably wanted to all set, but he's finding them when exactly he needs to. Also, that's another reason this stage is good. He was going to live those backers a lot longer on this stage because of the blast zones. Here he comes, the extension on the platform too. 60% won the pin, nice DI away! But he might have cost him his life? No.
Not quite. By the skin of his teeth, he's able to make it back on. Backer still not closing it out. Big stage Kalos keeping SHADIC alive in this game 5 situation.
Can he hold on? Rello trying all his might. We know what he can do on last taco, but he has to get there first. He has to find a way there. SHADIC right now is saying, no, sir, this is the path. The last stock is closed. I'm going to take it to loser's finals right now, sitting in shield. Nair. We know Rello's gonna go for it. He always does the garb chop on the reversal.
Yep, and again the pin coming out clutch, but eats the Nair and out 100 damage. Rello may be down, but he is certainly not out. One or two big Yoshi combos will even this thing right up, and obviously the big. Well, he can't eat probably any more of those.
SHADIC has to keep stage control. You cannot be off stage against Rello at any point, or you will pay.
SHADIC's terrorized that Kalos platform with his back airs, trying to, you know, disrupt Rello's safe space, eats the pin, and that might do it!
Oh, no, man, he refuses to die like all tournament. How can SHADIC finally finish him off? Do not go off stage, SHADIC. Do not find yourself, you know, in the clutches of Yoshi. Getting this up throw, definitely not gonna kill.
Yeah, tall ceilings again coming in there. Beautiful parry though. Rello's able to get some damage on there, but I think it is not enough. Valiant effort from YellowRellow, but he will go down in 4th place. I mean, obviously played well above his seed, and I think well above a lot of expectations. He was just on point today. Very solid tournament. Only losing to 2 of the top 3 players in the state. So, you know, obviously you could have, the opportunity was there to get more. The opportunity was there to get more, but just wasn't quite there, unfortunately.
I mean, he gave it all he had, man. Like, Rello really, you know, props off to him, like, really gave a good performance.